Radio Club Net will begin at 8:30. This is K0TR. QST from the Denver Radio Club. Welcome to the Denver Radio Club Net, being held on repeater W0TX. This is a meeting held on the air every Sunday evening at about 8:30 p.m. Good evening. My name is Jim. My call sign is Kilo Zero Tango Oscar Romeo. I'll be your net control station transmitting from Littleton, Colorado. If there is any emergency or priority traffic during this net, say break at any pause, and the net will be suspended until the emergency or priority traffic is completed. This net is for Denver Radio Club members and all interested radio amateurs. We're here to share information concerning any ham-related activities. Regular meetings of the Denver Radio Club are held on the third Wednesday of every month at 7 p.m. And with the COVID-19 restrictions, we've been having virtual meetings using Google Meets. And the address for that meeting you can get on our website, W0TX.org. Or if you're on our mail list, you get an email with that information on it as well. Our next meeting will be on May 19th, and that will be this coming Wednesday. And Homer session is held at 6 p.m. just prior to our monthly meeting. This session addresses any amateur radio questions that you might have. So whether you're new to amateur radio or interested in some new application of amateur radio, this is a session where you can get help. Also, every Wednesday at 7:30 p.m., except the third Wednesday when our monthly meeting is held, there's a learning day held on 145.490 megahertz and 448.625 megahertz. This is another area where you can find answers for your amateur radio-related questions. As a general interest club, we provide emergency communication for the Salvation Army, City of Wheat Ridge Police Department, City of Lakewood Police Department, West Metro Fire District, and St. Anthony's West Hospital. We're always looking for members who would like to participate in this support. Please contact our club president if you'd like to help. Our current president is Jerry Villauer, W0GV, and Jerry's telephone number is 303-467-0223. The Denver Radio Club website address is www.w0tx.org. Again, Jerry's telephone number is 303-467-0223. The Denver Radio Club also participates in the ARRL Volunteer Examiner Program. But again, with the COVID-19 restrictions, we haven't been holding testing as frequently as we'd like. It requires that we get a larger space because we have to have separation of those taking tests. And hopefully that's going to relax somewhat here in the near future. That's our hope. But we try to put out the announcements here on this net as far as upcoming test sessions, and that also includes other clubs in the area that are holding test sessions as well. So if you're looking for a test session, you might join us here Sunday evenings and see if we can't hook you up with some of those. If you have some other questions regarding VE testing, you can contact our VE team lead, Tom Kaszowski, KC2CAG, and his number is 720-284-1911. This is the Denver Radio Club Net, W0TX, and this is K0TR serving as net control. Are there any special announcements or bulletins for the net this evening? If so, please call now. All right, before regular check-ins, I'd like to welcome and invite any visiting radio amateurs to check into the Denver Radio Club Net this evening. During this net, we disable the requirement for the 100 Hz PO repeater access tone, so you can use either 145.490 megahertz with a minus 600 kilohertz offset, or 448.625 megahertz with a minus 5 megahertz offset. Are they visiting radio amateurs who would like to check into the Denver Radio Club Net tonight? If so, please call now. Next, I'd like to welcome and invite any newly licensed or recently upgraded radio amateurs to check in. Please call now. I'll now take regular check-ins in groups, and please let me know if you have traffic, and I'll get back to you. First, radio amateurs whose call suffixes begin with the letters A through E, Alpha through Echo. Please call now.
Lot 0, Delta Papa
Bravo Kilo Sierra, Barb in Wheat Ridge, no traffic.
N0 ETV, Lance, Aurora, no traffic.
Kilo Sierra 0 Echo, KS0E, Alex in Denver.
November 5, Charlie Mike Kilo, Greg in Denver, no traffic.
Kilo 0 Echo Hotel Romeo, Mark in Littleton, no traffic.
N0 DBS, Dawn in Denver, no traffic. Good evening.
Kilo Charlie 0 Echo Foxtrot November, Dave Aurora, no traffic. Alpha Fox 0 Echo, Alex Bromfield.
Kilo Alpha 5, Delta Kilo Sierra, Ken in Arvada.
WD0 CIV, WD0 CIV, Charles and Denver, no traffic.
And Net Control, like to acknowledge and welcome the following check-ins. K0DPR Paul. And I had a double there. The other was W0BKS Barb. And next I had N0ETV Lance. KS0E Alex. N5 CMK Greg. And I had another double. I got K0 and I got Mark. But I missed the other one completely. So, Mark, could you come back with your call sign, please?
Sure thing. Kilo, 0, Echo, Hotel, Romeo, Mark in Littleton, no traffic.
All right, as I mentioned, I didn't catch the other one at all, so maybe you can check in here when I go for a second call. And next I got KC0EFN Dave, and AF0E Alex, KA5DKS Ken, and WD0CIV Charles. So we make a second call for radio amateurs. This call suffixes begin letters A through E, Alpha through Echo. Please call now.
November 0 Delta Bravo Sierra in 0 DBS. This is Don in Denver, no traffic.
Kilo, Charlie 0, Charlie Zulu, Bob Thornton.
And Net Control, I'd like to acknowledge and welcome the following check-ins. N0 DBS Don, and KC0 Charlie Zulu Bob. Move on down the alphabet. Amateurs whose call suffixes begin letters F through J, Foxtrot through Juliet. Please call now.
W0TX Repeater.
Mr. GB Jerry Westminster. And 0 GWM, way on Lakewood.
Whiskey 0, India Bravo Alpha. Eric in Hudson, no traffic.
Kilo 6 Hotel Juliet Victor, K6HJV, Tom, Nevada, no traffic.
KD0 IOZ, Stuart and Aurora.
Alpha 0 Juliet Kilo. AA0 JK, Fred in Arvada, good evening, no traffic.
And Net Control, I'd like to acknowledge and welcome the following check-ins. W0GV Jerry, N0GWM Leon, W0IBA Eric, K6HJV Tom, KB0IOZ Stuart. Welcome back, Stuart. And AA0JK Fred. Make a second call for radio amateurs whose call suffixes begin letters F through J, Foxtrot through Juliet. Please call now.
November 0, Golf Tango Golf, Kurt in Denver.
Net control, like to acknowledge and welcome the following check-in. N0GTG Kurt. Move on down the alphabet. Radio amateurs whose call suffixes begin letters K through O, Kilo through Oscar. Please call now.
Whiskey 0, Lima Foxtrot, Orland and Golden, no traffic, over.
Kilo 0, Kilo Papa Sierra, Kevin Lakewood.
Kilo Echo 0, Oscar Sierra India, Tom Highlands Ranch, no traffic.
And net control, like to acknowledge and welcome the following check-ins. WW0LF Orland, K0KPS Kevin, and K0OSI Tom. Make a second call for radio amateurs whose call suffixes begin letters K through O, Kilo through Oscar. Please call now. Move down the alphabet. Radio amateurs whose call suffixes begin letters P through T, Papa through Tango. Please call now.
Whiskey Bravo 2, Sierra Hotel Romeo, stand in Denver, no traffic.
Kilo 0, Sierra Tango Romeo, Russell in Arvada, and no traffic.
Kilo Echo 0, Romeo Victor Zulu, John in Lakewood, no traffic.
November 0, Tango Romeo Papa, Jim in Lakewood, good evening.
Kilo 0, Romeo Charlie Whiskey, Robert in Lakewood, no traffic.
And at control, I'd like to acknowledge and welcome the following check-ins. WB2 SHR Stan, K0 STR Russell, KE0 RVZ John, N0 TRP Jim, K0 RCW Robert. Make one more call for radio amateurs whose call suffixes begin letters P through T, Papa through Tango. Please call now. And move on down the alphabet. Radio amateurs whose call suffixes begin letters U through Z, uniform through Zulu. Please call now.
KF is 0UV, Marshall and Glendale.
AC0VC, Bill and Elizabeth.
Kilo Alpha 0, Victor Bravo Alpha, Curtis in Lakewood, clear.
November 0 X-ray Romeo X-ray Mark in Arvada.
Kilo Echo 0 Yankee Kilo Victor Bill in Lakewood.
And Net Control, I'd like to acknowledge and welcome the following check-ins. KF0 UV Marshall, AAC0 VC Bill, KA0 EBA Curtis, N0XRX Mark, and KE0YKV Bill. Make a second call for radio amateurs. This call suffixes begin letters U through Z, uniform through Zulu. Please call now.
Whiskey 7, India, Sugar Sugar. This is Mark in Wiggins, Colorado. No traffic.
And Net Control, I'd like to acknowledge and welcome the following check-in. W7ISS Mark. Open it up to the entire alphabet. Radio amateurs, this call suffixes begin letters A through Z, Alpha through Zulu. Please call now.
As Jim mentioned, our meeting's coming up this Wednesday, a regular meeting and program, so keep that on your calendar. And don't forget about the Elmer station prior to the net. Elmer station starting about 6 and the net at 7. Program shortly thereafter. And our program this month is going to be on stealth antennas, presented by Bill, W6OAV. And Bill's going to tell about some of his experiences and all with attic-type antennas, and he also has a video presentation from John, W6NBC, and that's going to talk about his supercoil. So whether you're in the market to do a stealth antenna or not, and I think more and more people are forced into it with HOAs and the like, so it'd be an interesting program, I guarantee you. So the other thing is our 6-meter repeater, headed off the air for a short time. We've got it and it's working really, really well. So if you have the opportunity to work 6-meter FM, please give it a try. I think you'll be surprised how well it's working. So And the information on the repeater is on our website. It's on 5309 with a 107.2 tone. So a lot of radios will do 6 now. So give it a whirl. That's about all I got. Hope to see you all Wednesday. W0GV.
W0GV, this is K0TR. Thanks, Jerry. Appreciate that. That's good news, getting a 6-meter repeater straightened out. We've been fighting with the doggone electric company for a long time, so we fixed that. Moved the receiver. Haven't had a chance to check it out, but sounds like it's working better, so that's good. I don't see anyone indicated that they had traffic when they checked in. Hope I didn't miss anybody. This is the Denver Radio Club Net, W0TX, and this is K0TR Net Control Station. Does anyone have any other comments, information, or business for the net? If so, please call now.
Jim, one more comment, W0GV.
Yes, go ahead, Jerry.
Yeah, as far as 6 meters goes, every Sunday morning at 10 o'clock, there's the 6-meter invitational net that's on the our DRC repeater. So put that on your calendar and check in with us. It's a fun net on Sunday morning there, 10 o'clock. That's it. W0GV.
Alrighty. Thanks again, Jerry. W0GV, this is K0TR. All right. I have a reminder here that the Lakewood Siren Test is going to be held on the 26th of May, and that takes place at 11 o'clock in the morning. That's on a Wednesday. It looks like we will have pizza and soft drinks this year, so that's good news. And they're saying that they hope if the weather's good that we can actually hold that out on the patio, which is just right behind the service desk when you come in the doors. We'll let you know as we make contact. We'll start making calls tomorrow and see if we can get all those stations manned up. It's somewhat of a question, I guess, because it's been 2 years since we held a siren test, so hopefully you guys are all out there and ready to go and get back at it and get out of the house for a while, I guess. So anyways, we look forward to giving you a call and seeing if you can give us some help. The Wheat Ridge Siren Test is going to be on the 9th of June, and so that's going to be 2 weeks after the Lakewood test. So we'll be calling people that week after the Lakewood test. And again, if you've 2 years ago, might not remember for sure, but if you manned a siren site, we'll call you and give you first preference for that site again. And we like to maintain that continuity so that we can get an idea how the stations are weathering the storm, and if we see anything that's changed from the last time we were visiting it. So if you haven't supported a siren test in the past and you'd like to, whether you have done it or not, if you'd drop me an email, or you can give me a call. My email is k0tor@arrl.net, and phone number is 303-798-2351. So we'd be glad to help us. And if you haven't gotten any experience, hopefully we can man you up with somebody that has. If we can get all of our sites covered. So, anyways, it's not that complicated of a procedure. We just ask that you have a radio, whether that's when in the vehicle or a handy talkie, that you can make it to the Centennial Cone site, which is directly west of where we're running the siren test. So it should be a clear shot. It shouldn't be that big of a problem. So, anyways, again, if you worked it 2 years ago, we'll be calling you, and otherwise, if you'd like to work that, if you'd let me know, we'll certainly get you hooked up with a Siren site. So it's a great deal of fun, and at the same time, we provide a good service to the communities. Just trying to make sure the early warning siren systems are working, so if we get bad weather, the citizens in those communities can get the right information. So, all right, make another call. Anyone have any comments, information, or business for the net? Please call now. Yes, Jerome, K1DBC, go ahead. All right, KC0JAV, we got him checked in, and K1DBC drone. Did you say JAV? Okay, I figured you're calling in with traffic, so go ahead with your traffic there, drone. K1DBC, this is K0.
If you go to W0TX.org or K1DBC.com, there's some field day updates. Nothing new since the last week, but we've had some good respondents. We have about 40 people had responded that they'd like to attend or volunteer, etc., etc. So appreciate everyone responding to that. Anybody who did indicate that they are like to volunteer, you'll see a follow-up email here in a bit, a few days, with hopefully just a schedule that we can try to sign up to. We are still tentative on the location as well as the is some of the equipment that we have. But with that, though, I'll throw it back to K02R. Jim, this is K1DBC.
K1DBC, this is K02R. All right, thanks, drone. I didn't get my response in. I have to get that in. I'm sorry. Things have been kind of hectic around here. I'm not going to get much calmer here in the next couple of weeks either, I guess, with a couple of siren tests coming up. But we'll try and get you an email. All right, before I move on, any other comments, information, or business for the net? Please call now. All right, do we have any late check-ins? Please call now. All right, I'll now review the next weekend's contests and upcoming Hamfests. Unfortunately, we don't have any Hamfests on the calendar yet, but hopefully we'll start to see something come here in the near future. As far as contests, we don't have a whole lot this weekend, but first one I have here is the European Union PSKDX contest. That begins on May the 22nd at 1200 hours Zulu, goes through May 23rd until 1200 hours Zulu. That's on 80 through 10 meters, and that's a digital contest. And the other is a Baltic contest. It begins on May 22nd at 2100 hours Zulu, goes through May 23rd at 0200 hours Zulu. That's on 80 meters, and that's a CWN phone contest. Two of the reminders, the High Noon Net, they meet daily at 12 noon with early check-ins begin at 11:30. They meet on a frequency of 7.240 megahertz, which is on the 40-meter band. And the Salvation Army Saturnet, they meet at 1500 hours Zulu. That's 9 a.m. Mountain Daylight Time. And they meet Monday through Saturday on a frequency of 14.265 megahertz, which is on the 20-meter band. And the Denver Radio Club maintains the following repeaters for use by all radio amateurs. The 147.330 megahertz with a positive offset, the 145.490 megahertz with a negative offset, the 224.380 megahertz with a negative offset, the 449.350 megahertz with a negative offset, the 448.625 megahertz with a negative offset, the 447.825 megahertz with a negative offset. Our digital turbo repeater operating on Brandmeister on 446.7875 megahertz with a negative offset, and our C4FM digital repeater on 449.775 megahertz with a negative offset. The 447.825 megahertz repeater is configured for narrowband FM, and that requires a digital coded squelch of 073. There are two repeaters on 147.330 megahertz. The repeater in Lakewood requires a 100 hertz PL tone, and the second repeater located east near Franktown requires a 131.8 hertz PL tone. We have a second repeater located east near Franktown to improve coverage along the Front Range and into the canyons. However, having two repeaters on the same frequency with two different frequency propagations, we ask that you monitor the frequency to assure neither is in use prior to making your call. And the 449.350 megahertz repeater provides wide area coverage, and this repeater hosts our Echolink station, W0TX, node number 4140. And the 448.625 megahertz repeater is linked with the 145.490 megahertz repeater. Repeater on 449.775 is now a C4FM digital only repeater, and each repeater requires a 100 hertz PL tone for activation except as noted, and each uses standard offsets. And for packet, we have the 145.050 megahertz gateway on 2 meters that is interconnected with the 14.105 megahertz gateway on 20 meters for packet QSO. And we have a 6-meter repeater on 53.09 megahertz with an input on 52.09 megahertz with a required 107.2 hertz PL tone. And the 6-meter repeaters, the one Jerry mentioned, that they've moved the receiver so that we can get out of the noise area and have improved the performance quite a bit, so you might want to try that one out.
Question?
Yes, go ahead with a question.
Is the 6-meter repeater, is it working right now? Is it up and working?
Yes, indeed. They just got the receiver up and running in a new location, so we got rid of a lot of noise.
Great. I'm going to try and play around with that a little bit tomorrow. K0STR, in the dark.
Hopefully you'll find it works in very good shape, so appreciate that. Your support of the Denver Radio Club is greatly appreciated. If you'd like to participate in any of the Manning Club activities, please contact Club President Jerry Villauer, W0GV. I'd like to thank everyone for checking in at the Denver Radio Club Net tonight. Your support is greatly appreciated. I hope you all have a great week. 7-3. Tonight we had a total of 37 check-ins, and the Denver Radio Club W0TX Net is now closed at 9:08, and repeaters available for regular use. This is K0 TUR, your net control station, and please stand by a moment while I reset the repeater, the PL tone on the repeater.
PL on.
And this is K02R. I'm clear. Good evening to all.
K0TOR, AA0JK.
Yes, AA0JK. Go ahead, Fred.
Yeah, Jim, I plan on participating in the Siren test. Just let me know, same station as before or as needed. AA0JK, looking forward to it.
Very good, Fred. Appreciate that. It seems like when I was browsing through the list there, I believe I saw your name, so I think you're already on the list, so you'll be hearing from us. Appreciate that. Thanks very much. This is K02R.
Okay, thanks, Jim. 73. AA0JK.
73, Fred. This is K02R.